Hello, everybody. I'll turn this down. Sorry, I feel like I haven't streamed in like a week, and I'm like, how does this work? How do I stream? Why am I so big on the screen? Why am I so big on the screen? Give me a second here. Let me get myself together. Close this. Go. That's fine. I decided to pivot. First off, hello, I am, for those watching VODs, because no one's here at the very beginning, I'm Stanish, your corporately burned out Foxboy streamer, here to, well, today I'm just chatting. Today I'm chatting and drawing and doing condo layout stuff, and I'll get into all of that. I'm just setting myself up at the moment. So let me make sure I got my mic here, audio, I am live, etc. Recording. One second. Recording live on Twitch, on YouTube, on streaming services near you, wherever you get your podcasts, as long as that place is YouTube or Twitch. Today I am going to be doing some interior design work. Very exciting. Now, the question I have, the question we're going to need to answer first before anyone gets here is, can I set this capture up without having to share my entire screen? So before I go down this path, let me shut down everything that will immediately dox me to the world. That's fine. That's what I need. I'll leave that up. I'm fine if that gets shown. Oh, Spotify. Spotify would dox me. Spotify. You wouldn't dox me. I still want you to start playing for copyright reasons. Spotify's closed. Oh, definitely close that. I want my recipe book to show up on stream. Here we go. Let's see if this works. All right, we're gonna go with game capture, any full screen application. I don't want to capture my full display. Application audio, display, image media source. Window capture, here we go. I've tried this before and it hasn't worked. Nothing is doxed. Select a window to capture. Designer. Automatic capture. Multi-capture. Oh, it's doing. Oh god. Okay. First off, it's hot. Too high. Oh, you know what we're running into? This is an OBS problem, where it doesn't capture the actual content of what's on the artboard. Scuff debugs for a second. OBS doesn't capture content of art programs. Okay. We're gonna do some quick live troubleshooting here. Quick troubleshooting. Properties. Capture method. Windows. Ha! Well, okay. That was surprisingly easy. Let me make sure I didn't post on Blue Sky, but honestly, I am starting to doubt a little bit the efficacy of posting on Blue Sky in terms of driving traffic to streams. I might just use it as a microblogging service and call it good. So I've been very stressed out the last week, full of anxiety and stress and all sorts of good things. Because on Thursday, I bought a condo, or finished buying a condo. Buying a condo is at minimum 4-week process, 30 days. I finished buying a condo, which is a harrowing, well, buying any real estate is a harrowing experience. And not in a like fun type of harrowing experience, but definitely in a like, I am stressed to the gills type of experience. And Thursday, it finally closed. But on Tuesday, I had to go in and like sign like 1,000 documents and then like do a wire transfer. Wire transfers are frightening. They're horrifying. Just like, oh, there goes tens of thousands of dollars into the ether. They don't have it yet. Where could it be? Oh, your whole livelihood gone up in the air. But anyway, the result is I'm now moving from an apartment to a condo, and I need to figure out where to put my furniture. So, to that end, I've done this before when I moved into my previous house and my current apartment. So we're gonna mock up some floor plans to scale, so I can actually figure out like where my couch goes, or like where's my desk go, and where do I stream from. So let's set up this document correctly. So we're going to do a document. It's going to be feet. We're going to be dimension wise. We're going to be 50 feet by 50. Don't know. 50 feet by 50 feet. There we go. Okay. Let's start drawing. Let's draw my current floor plan, or what matters. My current floor plan is like something like this. We'll tweak in a second. And I'll be honest, I only care about my living room because my bedroom and like there's no organization one needs to do in your bathroom. Why is this stroke so thin? Oh, because this is like super zoomed out. Did I just make some horrifyingly large document setup? Oh, I see. I made it 50-foot canvas at 72 dots per inch. Go back to pixels. Yeah, 42,000 pixels. That's what I thought. Okay, we're gonna fine. We'll do inches. We'll do inches. 6,000 inches. We're gonna do a conversion of inch to a foot. So 60 inch. So let's do 45 by 45 inches. Okay. How does that look? DPI is killing me. Okay, inches. Let's just do 20 by 20. Rescale. Okay, let's start over. I'm going to draw. I want my pen tool. Where's my pen tool? There we go. So my current place, I'll adjust in a second. It's kind of like this. Kind of like, oh my god, why did you? Thank you. Don't be a curve. All right, this is not to scale, so we're gonna get this to scale. Let's see. I want to get this to scale. Put in the corner. Working in feet would have been nice. I guess I could. Yeah. Okay. math. So you're at 0.6 feet, and this is, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's anchor it. We're gonna anchor this guy. We're gonna get the scale down, then move it around. So you're at 0.16. You know, 0.5. So you're half an inch, so you're half a foot in, and then you're gonna be, I'll just scale through. You're gonna be 13. My coordinate system, 13. Oh Jesus. 13. Then the scale's killing me. All right, let's just do a box. We're gonna do boxes, and we'll merge the boxes together. That seems like a much smarter. All right, so my main living room is 12, 0, 0. It is 12 and a half feet wide. Height is, I didn't measure it. You know, my current doesn't matter. Why am I trying to do my current one? This is my new one. New condo. New condo living room. Okay. It is 12 feet wide. And it is 17 feet long. Like so. And then we have a second section right. We have this canvas is too small. Let's make our canvas bigger. Document setup. Give me 30 feet by 30 feet, please. Yeah, 30 feet by 30 feet. Anchor the page. Okie doke. Okay. And then I have this little little guy over here. That is, how wide is this? 8.5 by 7.5. I'll explain the layout in a second. It's a loft. So, oh man, is that really that big? Like, I've been sketching this out on paper, not to scale, and so my mind of what it looks like is apparently very drastically different. All right, so that's living room more or less. I'd like you guys to merge together. Where's my merge button? Merge. Okay. Whaley. So I should always align things before you merge. Align bottom, merge. Thank you. And then over here, we're gonna have some pen. We got some stairs, so we're gonna just do. These are stairs up right here. All right, give me all these guys. We're gonna. Space vertically, apply, done. Okay. So stairs up. Perfect. Okay. This is the living room, and then the kitchen. I'm gonna freehand the kitchen because I don't particularly care. Well, I care a little bit. I live here. Pen tool. The rest of the place is like. It looks so bad. Okay, and then this is definitely not. So something like this. This is an island. I drew this entirely wrong. Box. Kitchen, and then inside the kitchen, here we go. There we go. Something like this. So this is the kitchen. I'm not going to particularly be worried about this. Front door. Let's draw the front door in. Where's my pencil? Hand drawing with the mouse. Front door like this. Oh, it looks so bad. Front door, and then there's a closet here. Okay, so that's the entryway. We're gonna not particularly care about that part. We care mostly about this living room part. There is a window across the whole thing, and other important details right here. Actually, nope, nope. Let's draw a circle. We're gonna draw a circle here. Internet comes in right here. This is gonna be an important point when I'm figuring out where to put my desk. So we have internet, coax cable right there. Da, da, da. There you go. First floor. First floor. Group this together. Group, group, group. All right. So, paper. It's a loft apartment, so we got a nice loft. We have a nice loft going. So the stairs go up. We look at our document setup and realize we want it to be about 10 inches wider. And go to page. So it's going to go upstairs. And upstairs, we have a bedroom. Right here. Bedroom is 12.5 by 11. And it goes like here. There's a staircase. Here. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. Curve. I want you outside the rectangle. There we go. Stair comes up right about here. And then we have a somewhere around here is a closet door. So we have a closet door like about here. And then over here, there's like floor to here-ish. There's a closet door here. And there's a door to the bathroom right here. Okay. Oh, they weren't overlapping. Something like that. So that's the top floor. And so this is a loft style apartment. So we have this bedroom up here. We're going to group. So this bedroom sits on top like this. Like right about that. Those should be the same. They're not the same width. Oh, look at that. So something like this is the overall 2D view. This part's not to scale. This part's not to scale. We're gonna not worry about this. This area is probably a little bit narrower than I have it drawn here. There's like a washer dryer. Like there's a closet here with the washer dryer. There's a big closet, walk-in closet here. This is the main and only bathroom up here. It's got like a bathtub and like a sink and all that sort of bathroomy type things. Same with the kitchen. There's like a closet here that goes under the stair, a little bit. And then the kitchen and entryway. So my problem. So this part of the bedroom here overlooks the living room. So from from exactly right here. So here, make this line dashed. So from about there, so let's make a gray line. After this dash line, the ceiling of the living room, lower half of the living room here, goes up from like regular ceiling height to double ceiling height. And there's like 2 stacks of windows. So you have your front windows and then the second set above with privacy screens on that look over into the lofted bedroom. So it's really nice. I like it a lot. I mean, that's why I bought it. But the question is where to put my furniture, because I have a large sectional couch we're about to draw. So my large sectional couch, oh my God, no, we want regular stroke, please. No, black, actually we'll change this to something else second. My couch is, I have it written down. Width, 8.5 by 3, and it's a sectional. Super comfy. But it is, it's a large one. Let's see, align right and down, apply, merge together. Color. Why is everything filling as gray is what I want to know. My couch is blue. I have a blue couch. It's kind of like it's right next to me. like this color. All right, we got my couch. It is surprisingly bigger than I think whenever I see it. So my couch, okay. And then we're going to do TV stand. TV stand is roughly 1.5 by 4. TV stand is, what color do we associate with TVs? What color do we associate with TVs? Look at this color wheel. Oh, yellow. So it's yellow for the TV. So here's our TV. TV here. Is that really 1.5 by 4? Okay, that color. What other furniture do I have? Furniture that's important. I have my desk. So where I currently am sitting to stream, width-wise, it's how big is my desk? My desk is 4 feet by 2.5 feet. Proportion looks weird. And my desk is kind of pink, to be honest. I have a pink color scheme going. Very Yaimiko. Not very. It is Yaimiko themed. I have a Yaimiko Raiden Shogun placemat. I got my Yaimiko controller. I've got my Yaimiko color scheme for internal build of my PC. I guess I have a Robin headset. It's not quite my Yaimiko build. So this is my desk. Let's make it clear that it's a desk. Let's put some details on it. So we're gonna have like, we have my placemat. It's a little bit purpler. Got my placemat. Let's go no stroke on the outside. And then we're gonna have on the, oh, it's a weird mat. I'll rotate afterwards. I got my desk mat like here. Part of this 2.5 inch, like this is not the actual proportions. This is the clearance I need on all sides for my desk. And over here we have like my little desktop, which is white. And then we have my main monitor. Oh, it's definitely, the main monitors are black. And then I have my side monitor, which has OBS over here, set up like this. And that one's actually white of all things. That's a white monitor. No, wrong fill color. Got my white monitor, and then we got my keyboard, which is white and pink with Yaimiko keycaps. And then actually, you know, let's make it like that. Monitors here, OBS is here, and then we have my little phone here for streaming purposes. Is right here. There we go. And then we have my chair. My chair is like, you know, let's make it like a circle, and it's an Aeron. It's kind of gray color, so like that. Nice. So I got my desk set up. Oh no, you can't see the Aeron chair. There we go. Have an outline. Okay. Well, if I'm in here doing this, I might as well just. I have there's a little sound bar right here. All my furniture stuff is black. So many electronics are just boring in black. I got a sound bar and then honestly, my TV is like this. My TV's bigger than my console table. Don't judge me, world. Except for the fact that the measurements I have on here are the clearance I need and not the actual measurements of the piece of furniture, because that would be a wild pain to try to like figure out. So there we go. Oh, wrong thing. Got this is group. Honestly, where is desk, group, couch? What is this curve? Okay, we're gonna go here. Let's lock that one. And then you belong in here, and then we're gonna lock this one. Get these layers locked. There we go. Okay. So at my desk, we've got my computer chair. I have a kitchen island that won't work this is a U-shaped kitchen, so I need to find a home for this kitchen island. It's mostly where I store my tea and my rice cooker and my Instant Pot and like assorted towels and things. Cleaning supplies. Okay, how big is it? It is 2.5 by 3.5. It is green. My kitchen island is a dark green, like a little dustier. It's kind of like about there. Okay. So this is my couch. other things I need to consider. I have a bunch of planted things. I'm just going to live by the window. We'll get into that. I have bookshelves. I didn't measure because bookshelves go anywhere. I have a bunch of paintings. I have some folding screens, a lot of detailed stuff, but like these are the main placement concerns. And I have 2 rugs. I have 2 area rugs. We have a big one. This guy is like, I stole this one from stole. I asked nicely and got this one from my grandmother. It's like a 9x12 Persian rug, I want to say. It's about 100 years old. It's kind of like a dusty red. Fringe, but we can ignore that. Rug, you go to the bottom, like so. Got my little rug here. South facing. So this is true north is depicted here. Here we go. Here we have a sun. Why can't I just a stroke size from here? Stroke. There's the sun. Put that there. It's south facing, so south facing windows. The problem is across the street is a taller apartment building. I could definitely tell like this building was built in like the early 90s, late 80s. And when it was built, there was probably nothing across the street. Like it's probably an empty lot or some low-rise building. But this whole area I'm moving to has been very not gentrified, very developed recently. There's been a lot of in-building, which is good. It's a popular area. A lot of hip people live there, and soon I'll be a hip person by association. And it has recently been converted, I assume like last probably 10, 15, recently in big words, like into like a 8-story apartment building with it has a QFC in it now, so a grocery store. I'm not sure how wide reach QFC is or dox myself with that. Has a grocery store in it across the street, which is one of the reasons I like this location, but it does block the sun a bit. So when I was in the living room in July, direct sun was coming through the windows because it's south facing. But I suspect in winter, I won't get sun except for the mornings and evenings because the lower sun in the sky will be blocked by the building. But that is the price we pay. All right, I have another rug. We have another rug here, the one I'm currently standing on, or sitting on, I guess. Put you back at a 1/2 inch stroke. That's fine. That's a yellow rug. This one is a cheap IKEA rug, just so my chair didn't rip up my floor. Or no, sorry. I'm on like luxury vinyl right now, and I got like this Aeron, like this fancy ass Aeron chair from work, and I put it onto like the hardwood, like the super like modern smooth hardwood floors or fake hardwood floors, and like I sat in the chair and I just slowly drift on the hardwoods with this chair because like the bearings were all new and the floor is all smooth. So I had to get a rug solely to keep myself from like rolling around my apartment. Solar panels. I mean, yeah, there's actually applications for like doing floor plan design, but this is the one I have and the one I'm used to. Solar panels. My HOA probably would frown on solar panels. Also, it is dark and overcast for 9 months of the year, and electricity costs. We have hydroelectric. It's hydroelectric energy. It doesn't particularly matter. So we got a rug here. This rug here. Rug goes underneath the happy sun. Group the sun down there. Oh yeah. I mean, it does face due south. I'm not that worried about it. It's facing due south. The sun moves up and down the sky by 15 degrees. Definitely moves like, we're pretty like, I mean, one of the most northern parts of the country, well, the continental United States at least. Sorry, Alaska. So we get like, there's a lot of sun movement through the year. So it's like, you know, here's my pencil. So like my current window is like, this is my window here looking out I have like an apartment building. There's another apartment building across the way with little people in it. In the winter, the sun sets like, so this is facing due west. The sun sets like this path, and it sets right here. In the summer right now, the sun sets like this. It's a pretty wide variance. Like in the winter, my current unit, I can't sit on my couch in the afternoon because the sun is directly in my face. But right now in the summer, like my couch is in full shade. This is my beautiful drawing. Thank you, solar progress through the sky. That low winter sun. One of the few things my degree has prepared me for is understanding axial tilt and seasonality of the sun's movements. So here we are. These are the main components I'm dealing with here. So some considerations. Currently, my floor plan is kind of like this, where I have like my TV console, my couch like this, and this is a walkway through my living room to get to my current bedroom. And I really don't like my living room being a walkway. It feels so uncozy. It's so absolutely uncozy. I dislike it. Plus, this part of the living room, like this upper area, has a much lower ceiling and feels a lot like more crowded than this very open part near the window. So I want to be near the windows. So I'm thinking, here's my initial thoughts. My streaming desk, move that aside for now. Move this aside. My initial thoughts, and this is why I need to like actually like lay this out to see if I'm like a crazy person, is something like we put the couch here. This rug is always so much bigger than I expect. It's like, am I a crazy person to do something like this? This is a scale. Yeah. It should be to scale. I've scaled everything out. The concern is this walkway right here. I need like 3-foot clearance on a walkway, like, right? Let's show that 3 by 15. That was the exposition 3 by 15. I mean, it's rendering in inches, but realistically it's, come on, buddy. Let's see, give me like light gray. Like a cool pattern I can apply. I should have a pattern somewhere. Styles. Brushes. I mean, I do like this brush. That's why I use my little portrait here. Oh, you know what? I have to go in like the pixel mode. I don't want to do pixel edit mode. So this is like what a reasonable walkway would look like, huh? Ugh. That's tight. It's tight. Damn you, big couch. Why did I buy a big couch? Well, okay. I bought a big couch because I used to live somewhere bigger, but then I've moved. Okay. So my goals. So let me say some of my goals here. Some of my goals. 1, I want to feel cozy. Easy goal. Yes, it is a fixed L-shaped sectional. Technically it could detach into like 2 pieces, but it's not meant to, because then some very sharp pokey bits would be sticking out. It's an L-shaped sectional. It's a symmetric L-shaped sectional, which when I lived in a townhome with my ex, it worked great because that room was like 15 feet wide. Currently in a 12.5-foot wide apartment, it's fine. This is now 12 feet wide. And so it's going to be a little tight. Because like what I don't want, here, I'm showing what I don't want. I absolutely loathe this layout right here. This layout where it's like pushed into the corner against the window, because the windows go down to like almost the floor. This is the worst possible layout and I absolutely hate it. Or like this, where it's like there's this awkward gap here. I don't care for it. The other problem is like, if I put the, say if we put the TV down over here, the TV's over here and the couch is like this, the angles don't work and you hit that problem of like TV too far. I think it's named that subreddit. There's a subreddit that's like TV too far, where it's like pictures of people's living rooms where they have like a 45-inch TV set like 16 feet away. And it's just like, yeah, no, this is bad. So So if we rotate the couch, I do like the idea of like, oh my God, grabbing the wrong things. And of course, like, this could, I mean, actually, it's not bad, might not be bad. So here's some concerns. The reason I'm plotting this out right now in this moment is I'm moving Tuesday. I'm hiring movers. I can adjust a lot of my furniture by myself, except the two things I cannot move on my own. I cannot move this couch on my own. Like my noodly arms are al dente at best. I cannot move this couch on my own. I need like 2 friends, 3 friends, ideally 4 friends who all want to move it while I look. That's ideal. It's heavy. It's not just how much it's heavy, it's big. And consequently, I can't move this rug because this rug has a couch on it. And moving a 9x12 rug, like a 9x12 wool rug, like to get this land straight is tough. So my goals for this layout is having people over to watch anime. A very noble goal, I would say. So some things I thought about that I think are middling ideas. Let's go with the middling ideas. Here's middling idea number 1, which is, let's keep this here. We want like this sort of clearance here. Oh, no, go down. You should be underneath. There we go. Middling idea 1 is something like, okay, ignore this. Is have it set up like this. Oh. Kind of like, this is one idea. This kind of what I have, similar to what I have now. This space, I don't really want it to be a dead space because this is a bar stool counter. So there's actually like some stools, right? Like along this counter here. But it's similar to what I have now. What I have now is kind of like this. And then I currently set, I sent like, this is kind of my current setup. Or between my kitchen, I'm just like, here's my, like I can reach over and touch my dishwasher right now. And to my left, I can reach over, well, snake through my anime figurine cabinets and touch my couch. This is what I have now. I'm not like, this is like ignoring this would be a safe choice, except for this walkway here. So I kind of like, this is one option. One option is like this. TV goes here. Well, rug would be against the wall. Rug would be... wall to wall. Rug can make it. This rug is old. Well loved. It's a well loved rug. So one option is like this. I'm trying to maximize like where I spend my days, my time, in this lower part of the living room by the window. Because right now I'm like I sit pretty far, and it's like it's a little depressing at times. So I was thinking, let me set this up. Does that not fit? Oh shit. I mean, I'm not in love with this particular rug. 5.5 by 7.5, and this space is exactly 7.5. Why'd you get rescaled, my guy? 7.5. Here's 7. Oh, did anything else get rescaled? Alright, so this could fit like jam that right in that corner. So I'm probably gonna do something like this for my desk. Like that. That way, one important note, as a reminder to everybody, this is where the internet comes in. And so I can actually have my desktop, my streaming desktop, hardlined into my internet. Right now I stream from Wi-Fi. It's fine. It's fine. Let's not worry about streaming from Wi-Fi. And then I'll just run like a Ethernet cable underneath the window here. A very long Ethernet cable and HDMI over to the TV, the Mr. TV. So this is my like kind of top contender, something like this. This corner right here will be a little tight. It's like almost 3 feet across, but like the only people, 2 concerns about this layout. One, to get to the TV area, you have to walk all the way around the TV and kind of like slide in right here by the window. Problem 1. problem too. It actually leaves a pretty big dead area up here. Like I could put my like island right here full of teas, like a tea brewing station, like a coffee station, I guess. And so there's like a pretty big area up here, but I like the kind of some of the room separation. I could put like my anime figures over here. I have my anime figures next to my desk. It brings me comfort during the trying times of being in work meetings. But this feels tight. Good job, T. Kevin. I'll just put you there. Doable. I don't like how the TV here would be like on even with the couch. I was with the couch. I should probably do like this. Now it could angle the TV. I think that was what was mentioned. If we angle the TV, oh, don't shear the TV. We put the TV like this. I think so. There's two sets of windows, and I think the windows open like not in this corner. So I think this is like would be fine, probably. And this is the eastern sky. I'm not gonna be looking at my TV in the morning. If it was over here, it'd be like staring into the setting sun, which I've done before. I've had like 2 living rooms with due western exposure. Does the couch move at 90 degrees? The couch doesn't. And that's why I mocked this up. Because I had it like drawn out and I was trying to like visualize angling things. And it's tough. It's tough when it's drawn out and you're not to scale. So what do we got? I want to stay on, let's see. The 45. I do 45. Maybe not the right 45. I mostly sit at my TV to use my laptop and read, if I'm being honest. This is like a foot. This is like a 2-foot gap here. I mean, one option is just like back into corner, chevron style. All right, that's out of the way. Let's get this. That's facing the window. I don't put the TV in the window. I think the problem is like if I had like an extra foot of width, there'd be no problems. But 12 feet is just like, who buys an 8.5 by 8.5 foot couch? I do. It's super comfy. It's super comfy. I can lay down on it. Not that I do that very often. Friends enjoy it. I think if this was 2 separate couches, like if I had like just a couch and a love seat sort of situation, this would be so much easier. So much easier. And someone has suggested, Sanish, you could get rid of your couch and get a new one. And to that I say, absolutely not. Buying couches is such a terrible, painful experience. Like, if the staircase wasn't here, this sort of setup is pretty good. Like, this is actually pretty, like, if I didn't have to like actually walk through on the left here, except it was like cut off like this would work pretty well. A lot of dead space back here. You still have plants or bookshelves or something. Okay, then facing this way, I don't want my back to the window. It's like, this is like furniture Tetris. Something like this is actually not. Okay, let me think about this contender here. Let's put the TV here. TV goes here. Good job, TV. I'm actually fine walking in front of the TV. Like, honestly, no, this actually doesn't look too bad, does it? Like, this is. What are you at, Clear Sky? You're 3.5 feet. Give me a 2.5 foot. Give me another 2.5 foot square. Give me 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. So reference for a reference square, 2.5 feet. I kind of want to keep this particular spot clear so I can get into my staircase without running into things and hitting my shin and going, my shin. So if I do this, so along the window is gonna be plants. I'll be putting plants along the window here. Plants, sun access, back of the couch, empty space, windows. Tea cabinet. Yaimiko desk. I mean, Yaimiko desk can sit right here. I think the desk is either going to go here, like this, or like this, and facing the window. I'm not sure which yet. Oh, I don't like my, never mind, you know what? I don't like my back to the staircase. My desk is gonna go like right here. My desk here. Got clearance to go through. I have my little tower. Might put like a little, I have some folding screens, so like put a folding screen right here, like, let me just draw that in. Folding screen, folding screen. Where's my pen? Pen dust. Pop, 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 pop. It has 3 panels. It's right next to me. So, pop, pop. I have like a Japanese shoji stream. Solid line, something like that. Oh, you know, let's make it a little bit thicker. There we go. And then I have a turn of the century gold peacock themed screen for my great grandmother. Probably as old as this rug, actually, about 100 years old ish. It's actually made of plastic when plastic was brand new and a novelty and a luxury. I'm always amused when I look at some of the things I've gathered from my family, mostly by dint of just being like at my grandmother's house or my parents' house, being like, it's a nice piece of furniture you got there. It look great in my house, and it's, you know, 30% of the time that works out. I've got a lot of good stuff that way. I have these Japanese. Today, part of my packing process was taking down all my paintings, pictures, dusting them off, packing up all my anime figures, all my decor and stuff, and I have some like 2 Japanese wall scrolls that I knew from like, I looked up the notes before and like, oh, my grandfather picked them up during like the Korean War in Japan, and they're like 30 years old when he bought that. I looked at one of the notes. One was like, this wall scroll's from 1830 Edo period. I'm just like, I should treat this a little bit nicer for being a 200-year-old wall scroll from the Edo period. Like, Jesus. All right, so this layout. Because then it's like, you know, I think I really want to try. This is kind of what I have now. And it doesn't work with the TV here. Sorry, TV. It's like, I don't even use my TVs that much. If I just didn't have a TV, don't get deleted. That's measured out. If I just didn't have a TV. The problem is I do like sitting on my couch playing games on my TV at times. I do like having friends over to watch anime and movies and TV shows. And I do want to make some friends sit and watch through Alien Stage and look back in the near future. So TV has to exist somewhere. It's just it can't exist over here because this is like viewing wise awful. I know, or I need like a screen and a projector. Though actually a rolling TV would be kind of funny. It just needs one power cable, right? It just needs one power cable and you just like wheel it in. It could be like one of those old like CRT. Oh my god, let me find one. 90 CRT TV carts, public schools. Let me find this here. Here we go. This is what I need. I just need one of these. Oh god, why are you so big? I see my TV on one of these guys, and I'll be set. Just one of these in my house, store it in my closet. Friends are coming over and it's like, oh, time to wheel out the TV. We're gonna have a multimedia day, kids. We're watching a movie. Or there's the I know there's the they're thicker ABS plastic. They're about half this height of this type of cart, like a 2-3 inch lip on them. So for loading equipment on. Roll it out like, hey guys, we're watching a movie about volcanoes today and how we're all gonna die when Mount Rainier erupts. Get ready, children, it's a good time. And kids are like, yay. Volcano. Who's dying in pyroclastic flow? Yay! Yay! That's the way to go. Though I didn't grow up near a volcano. I grew up with warnings about earthquakes. When the San Andreas blows, here's how we're all gonna die. And you're like, yay! Thank you. So what if I go like, what if I do this? What if I just go like here? Put the couch, put the TV. You know, I might honestly, something like this is kind of how I'm leaning. And that way I can like look at my plants. Put some plants over here. Let me draw some plants in. How many plants do I have? I have like 5 plants. The challenge with the TV cart is where would I put it otherwise? Like over in the hallway, over here. I don't have any like excess closet space. This is like a 750 square foot condo. I don't have much space to put it. Like, but part of me really loves the idea of a projector, like having a screen and just roll it down and you have a projector there. But for some reason, everyone I've met who's had a projector has been very kind of pretentious and insufferable about it. And I'm like, I don't want to become that guy. I don't want to be the projector friend, not the projector friend. Kind of like this idea of making people squeeze through right here. People being me, like, I want to be clear. I have people over like once every 2 months. This is not a like, Sanish the super host having his friends over all the time for wicked cool parties. I'm like, I had 3 friends over to watch Bocce the Rock. I cooked them dinner. Like, it's important to be honest with ourselves. You could live up here. I just wheel it over. I might try this layout. Something like, how much space do I have? Okay, I need to draw my plants. My plants. Oh, but this is a walkthrough. How wide is this? 2.5 clearance square of, oh yeah, okay. Everyone scoot up. Scooch up, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna make this 2.5 feet. I think 3 feet I could like, is luxury for hallway space, but 2.5 feet is like, I need that so I don't run into things. And by things, I mean my feet hitting bookshelves and getting stubbed. This way, if I put my anime figure shelves like over here. Let's show those in. How big are these? These are like the Tolf IKEA display cases. What did I buy? I buy Bladin? Blalladin? What a terrible name. I only got into anime figurine collecting after the Tolf got excommunicated for like exploding, and so I don't have the cool display cases. Probably details. IKEA. What is the measurement? It is 13.5 inches. Okay, thank you. So big little box here. 13.5 inches. 13.5 is going to be 13 divided by 12. 12 by 13 divided by 12. Okay. You guys are white cases. Let's give you a thinner line here. Okay. And for alpha channel is at full opacity, please. Don't do half opacity. So I can't quite do this. Also, my desktop's on this side. And if I do this. Honestly, this has to be kind of like here. If I do this, get a little tight. A little tight there, Stanish. So the problem, I can't do this. Being direct backlit by sun. You're not doing that. So we're going back. Like that. I can move my desk on my own, so I'm less worried about that. Anyway, so we'll walk through here. So this has to be clearance. Where are my anime figures? I can just put them right here. Hell yeah, here we go. TV would be more like here, probably, if I'm being honest. Like legroom, pass-through space. Put anime figures next to the TV. Nice. Nice. Oh man, one of those emergency beds. I think I remember seeing those in like, weren't those like in a Popular Mechanics magazine like 25 years ago of just like, if you're in an earthquake, this bed will explode and consume you in a cocoon. Yeah, no, I don't want. Though there is somebody like a block away from me who their second floor in this apartment building, their desk is facing the window. And so you see the back, I can see the back of their monitor, but they have all their Gunplas all up on top of the desk and around it. So you can see like the backs of all the Gunplas, and you're just like, man, some cool person lives there. And they've all these painted Gunplas, and it's so awesome. I wish I could be their friend. And then you're like, I'm not gonna talk to strangers. No. What Dad prayed is talking about isn't Murphy beds. There's like specific, like, I don't forget how they're built, but they're beds where if the shaking hits a certain point, the bed either explodes out like airbags essentially to cover you during the earthquake to protect you from like falling debris, or like it drops you in a compartment underneath and like make sure you don't get crushed to death. It's like one of these like probably very expensive safety things that in my mind has a higher rate of murdering me by accidentally deploying than saving me from the big one. Because when the big one hits, it's gonna be 9.0. It's going to be 10.0. Like, we're all dead anyway. No building's going to survive. It's fine. It's like once every 10,000 years. Pfft, those odds are nothing. I have higher risk of death crossing the street. Ooh, avalanche. Oh, I mean, I think, like, let's be honest. Like, if we're talking about ways to go, Mount Rainier exploding pyroclastic flow. You're just like, my life for the mountain. That's fine. Reasonable. We took that gamble. In our hubris, we saw those maps. Well, I'm not actually in the map of pyroclastic flow because I was in a geology department, and they're like, don't live in these areas. Similarly, there's also maps of like, here, if you live here, if there's an earthquake while it's raining out, your entire house will slide into the Puget Sound, and you're like, oh boy, let's not live there. So you can learn too much about natural disasters and realize nowhere is safe. Some places are much worse. At least here, I don't have, I personally don't have flooding or wildfires, which, I have family in California, and, yeah, when Rainier goes, like, there's maps, and those maps say, like, these cities are gone. Like, there's no, like, question about it. It's just like, goodbye, Tacoma. Gone. It's kind of like maps of, like, if Yellowstone explodes, good luck, West Coast. Enjoy your 3 inches of ash. Oh, no one cares about Fife. Not Sumner. I have no idea what Sumner has. One of those cities has a... Oh, it used to host the Ren Fair. The Ren Fair moved, whatever. We don't care about those places anymore. If anyone here is from Fife or Sumner, I stand by what I said. The biggest thing if a volcano explodes and you're not in the pyroclastic flow is, 1, it's going to interrupt our produce lines coming from California. Big problem. 2, pyroclastic ash is really bad for everything. Yeah. Yellowstone. Not great. West Coast, it's like 3 inches of ash. And like, I can't emphasize, like, wood ash from like forest fires is like pretty, like, it's pretty fine. Pyroclastic ash is just like pulverized rock. It will grit up and destroy everything that sucks up into ventilation. It will clog everything. It'll get like sticky mud. It's just really bad. It's really bad. So be nice to Yellowstone and don't like poke it with a stick or anything, I guess. I'm not sure. You can't do much about it. Oh yeah, it's all spiky and like, hope you enjoy breathing. You thought asbestos was bad. Enjoy your shrapnel lung. It's fun. Put my teeth. You know, I'll be honest, I'll put this guy right here. Boiled shattered glass. It's like, to save yourself from breathing in the ash, fill your mouth with fiberglass. It will be better for you. All right, so one option is let's move the iMiko desk for a second. If I do this, no, I'm gonna try this out. And then my tea tray is gonna go here. And then we have like bar stools. Where are my bar stools at? So the funny thing about buying a condo or buying a house, if you never bought a house before, which is gonna be a lot of people, when you rent a place, you have to move everything out. And when you move in, there's nothing in your apartment, right? When you buy property, I bought in 3 houses so far. This is my third piece of real estate I purchased. Other 2 were lost for various reasons. We can go into that later. People don't move everything out. Haha. It's fine. It's fine. This is my... Look, some of us have a PhD in geophysics for a reason. When you buy a house, the previous owner technically has to move all their stuff out. But oftentimes people just like leave things behind. And when you inspect it after 30 days of going through a very stressful process of purchasing, you can be like, you have to remove this thing. Or you're just like, whatever, man, we're done. I'll accept whatever you leave. And sometimes it's like, I left you a box full of paint that matches the walls. With here's the code from Sherwin-Williams or what the paint is. And you're just like, fantastic. You have no reason to take half a pint of paint with you to a place with different colored walls. Great, leave that. It's like, oh, I left some like cleaning supplies. You're like, sure. I left some hand soap and toilet paper. You're like, this is great. So far, so good. But you get some good weird ones. Like when I did my walkthrough on Tuesday, they left 2 rugs. They're kind of like thin, cheaper rugs. So I was like, okay, fine. I can get rid of them if I want to. They left 3 bar stools. Like right about here, 3 bar stools. I have my own bar stools, so we'll see what happens with this in this bar stool showdown. Let's tuck them under here. 3 bar stools. Above the fridge, they left like a wire rack, which is like fine. But they also left like 2 cutting boards and a 3-hole punch. They left a 3-hole punch above the freezer. Am I the weird person for thinking a 3-hole punch should not go above your freezer? Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I don't think that's the normal place to keep your 3-hole punches. Like cleaning supplies, something they said like, are you okay if we leave a wire rack in one of the closets and a bookshelf in the master closet for like extra storage? And I'm like, that is great. Leave those fine. Besides the bar stool, I'll put my little tea cabinet, my island, which is now going to be a tea. I mean, it could also just like, don't like that. We'll put it over there. All right, so I put this here. Oh, I was going to draw plants. That's what I was doing. My God. Bill Green Plantos. There we go. Plant. How many plants do I own? Let's see. I've got a pothos. Pothos. Christmas cactus can go here. They live together in the same little cart. Spider plant goes here. Oh, 2 plants over there. 2 plants over there. I have a snake plant. Snake plant can go. I think that might go over here. Snake plant might go over there. What those snake plant? Have I lost some plants? Oh, I guess I did. Hello, Ken 707. Welcome. It's free real estate. I know. It's like they leave things. You're just like, don't mind if I do. Look. You're not giving me a macaw. Oh, some other things like they left extra screens for the windows. They left like privacy inserts because like some people, one aspect of city living is you can see and like living in the suburbs, like you're very conscious of like your neighbors looking into the windows or being able to be visible from the street. What I love about living in the city in like high rise, not high rise, like 4 floor, this is like 3rd, 4th floor. I'm on the 7th floor right now. It's like there's almost like a tacit agreement that like you can see into your neighbors across the way and they can see into your windows and you just kind of go with it. You're just like, look, man, just don't stare. I won't stare at you doing whatever you're doing. You don't stare at me, whatever I'm doing. And we just get by. If we see each other on the street after seeing something weird, we're just like, that's fine, man. That's fine. I've definitely had like 6, 7 friends over, we're watching anime, and we look across the way and someone's having like a weird party in their unit, and we look at them, we try to wave, they don't wave at us. There's that guy across the way from me, like 2 floors up, who like on sunny mornings, he has like his windows all open and like his door to his patio fully open. And this guy is just like buck naked in his apartment, like either working out or tanning things that should not be like tanned in public. And you're just like, good for you, man. You sun that perineum. You make sure it's like, well, you got good coverage on your tan. So I'm not worried about closing windows, so my plans to go here. But I'm not getting a macaw. I'm getting no pets. I have a pet-free life, god damn it. I've heard about all you pet owners. Oh yeah, man. Look. Sometimes you see somebody across the way and they're completely naked. And they're in good shape. Like this guy's in good shape. And he is just, you're just like, that must take a lot of work to be in good shape like that. And he's like tanning everything and like working out, and you're just like, good for you. Oh yeah, a lot of people need pets. I have lived my life with pets, and I realize, well, one, I don't like dogs very much. I'm sorry, everybody. Anyone who chat, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I like dogs from a distance. In theory, I like dogs, like going for like being out, taking for walks and all that. But like the day-to-day of owning a dog, hard pass. I had a cat for like 7 years, 2 cats, and some foster kittens. I like cats a lot. The problem is I'm allergic to cats. And I didn't know this. I did not know I was allergic to cats because I grew up in a dog household. We did not have cats when I was growing up. And then when I started dating the person who eventually became my ex-wife, or I guess wife and then ex-wife, she had a cat. So I ended up living with a cat. And I didn't like think about this. And I just like, she'd comment every now and then like, oh wow, your eyes are always so red. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of weird. Ha ha ha. Must be because I'm staring at screens all day. Ha ha ha. Or like, oh, it must be due to seasonal allergies. Ha ha ha. And it wasn't until like we got divorced and I moved out that I realized, oh shit, I was allergic to all the cats I was living with for 7 years. I was allergic to cats and living with them. So now when I visit friends who have pets, cats specifically, I like a 4-hour limit before I start like feeling a bit in my face and my eyes. It's not super bad, but it's bad enough for like I have to rule out having cats. Oh, the animal you can't see its beehole. I think he prefers dogs with the tails down, I assume. I don't know, man. Also, lizards don't have buttholes. Do lizards have cloaca? Same with birds, right? Cloaca. Yeah. Look, I've had to look up. Bro took 7 years to realize. Bro took 7 years to realize a lot of things in that relationship. I'm just gonna say this. Having been a dungeon master and a player of D&D for a while, and you have bird-like and lizard-like races in Dungeons and Dragons in 5th edition, you've ended up looking up cloaca more often than you want to because of yourself or players, and you have important questions that need to be answered for what you can and can't do. So lizards don't have buttholes. So I think that's the summary there. All right, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Decent clearance. Just gonna walk around. If this doesn't work out, and you're a friend in real life, and I invite you over under mysterious circumstances, it's definitely not to help me with furniture. Definitely run. Oh, look, if you put a questionable search history, but you end it with like 5e or D&D 5e, it's great. You're just like, how to hide a body, 5th edition. And you're like, oh, it's fine. They're a dungeon master. It's fine. They're not doing anything suspicious. How to rob a bank, 5th edition. You're like, okay, it's fine. Skill check for murder. You're like, okay, it's fine. Definitely players like murder someone and try to hide the body. As part of a bar crawl of all things. Doing that. All right, so this is looking pretty decent for the living room. A lot of kind of open space, and I'll put like, be like bookshelf. Put some bookshelves here. Bookshelves are brown. I didn't measure my bookshelves. Who knows how big they are? Let's go. Brown's over here. Now, one concern I have is I have 3 bookshelves. Oh, cheap viewers. Let me just go delete that real quick. I have 3 bookshelves. One of them I purchased, let's say 15 years ago. Let's be generous. Let's be kind to myself and say 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I bought it from Fred Meyer, which is like a somewhere between a Target and a Walmart, somewhat local, I guess, whatever. It was the cheapest bookshelf they had. It was brown wood in air quotes. I think it's like a particle board. It's, at the time, it was like $45. It has survived so many moves, but like every time I move it, I'm just like, this is it, isn't it? It's gonna be the last move. I'll get to my new place. The movers are gonna have a look apologetic and be like, oh, the bookshelf broke. We're so sorry. I'm just gonna be like, it had a good run, that bookshelf. Can you please take it away to the trash? So I have 3 bookshelves. Maybe not right there in the walkway. I should have measured where this door was. Whatever. Bookcase like the one might go here. Oh, one might go there. I put a bookcase there. I can move this privacy screen. Here? Yeah, probably. So like this. Bookcase. I had to have a bookcase. No. All right, let's move on to the bedroom. It's looking pretty decent. All right, bedroom. Bedroom's gonna be easy. I don't really care about my bedroom. Bedroom is like if I mess up and have to like put the desk upstairs. Oof. All right, I have a queen size bed. So bed goes here. Bed is, how big is my bed? Clearance is 7.5 by 5.5. Ooh, something bigger than I thought. My bed is purple. Actually, it's a pretty good rendering of my bed. Bed, I have 2 nightstands. Wait, what do we have? 1.5? 1.5 by 1.5. These are IKEA nightstands that I've repurposed with new knobs. They are black. Nightstand. Copy paste nightstand. What else is going here? I have a keyboard. I have a piano that I haven't practiced in like 4 years. But by God, I will practice it one day. I'll rejoin my learning how to play piano journey. Oh man. So I picked Stanish as a name. No, his name's Stanish. I have an exercise bike. Oh, exercise bike's actually kind of a funny shape. I'll draw it as a rectangle. This is my indoor bike, also known as where I read my ebook and manga as I pretend like I'm being healthy. It's not that big. 2.5 feet. This bedroom is smaller than I thought. Oh, it's big. Okay. Exercise bike is, let's give like a blue for exercise. Keyboard is black for broken dreams. That's kind of a gray color. What's a keyboard like? Here, exercise bike here. Like put the piano here. Is it really that big? 4.5 feet? Shit, it is. Okay. All right, here we go. Movies aside, these don't matter at the moment. So 2 options for the bed. 1 king size bed, please. So keep in mind, this section is like a 2-3 foot wall that drops down to the loft with blackout curtains across the way. And then here looks over a staircase. So these are kind of open walls. Queen size, it's a queen size bed. Honestly, I've thought about going back down to a twin bed, but no, twins are shorter. The problem, like, I wouldn't have a queen size bed right now if I didn't realize a queen size adds like 8 inches of length. Yeah. So one option is like this, with my head facing the railing, essentially, where I can wake up in the middle of the night and fall to my death. Tempting. No, full's not the same length. Full versus queen. So remember when I upgraded, here we go. There's an extra 5 inches. Full queen. Width is not important, it's the length for some of us. And then you have twin, and then you have, now the ideal was twin XL, which was what the my dorms in college had. That was perfect. They're extra long, narrow, for single fox boys. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yes, queen is also like I could downsize to a smaller bed. However, then I have to buy a new bed frame. I have to buy new sheets, and I have nice, like I have expensive sheets because like I'm soft and delicate. And I don't have to rebuy those things to get a different bed. So queen bed it is. So we can do like this for the option. We put the piano here to pretend like I'm going to practice it one day, which I never will. We can put the bike somewhere. The bike can fold up. In the sad shame corner, I guess. Something like this, maybe. And the feet are. I don't like the feet. You know. I want the bed in the corner. The bed should be in the corner. I could do this. Starfish out. I could do this. I could also like. I'm almost tempted to just like put it against a wall. Full bachelor fox mode, and just have like one side of the bed against the wall. Like I have the 2 nightstands. I don't use the second nightstand right now. You know what this nightstand does? It collects dust. This nightstand collects dust, and the drawer is empty, and it's just like it's just there. So I could do like this, or like this. Don't like warning. One nightstand I have is you need a nightstand to put like my phone and my glasses and my night guard and my smartwatch because I'm a smart person. Put in your TV. Yeah. Wait, did I actually? Oops, I deleted it. I deleted it in impotent. Did I delete it? Or was it out of the artboard? It's outside the artboard. I could put it by the bike. I could put it in this corner up here. I could put it in this corner. I'm not sure we're gonna do this nightstand. Don't run to the dump. Oh God, they learned how to at. Interestingly, he doesn't charge his phone. He doesn't actually have a phone. He's unemployed. Just know it bothers me so much when I say that. Here we go. I could just shove the bed in the corner. No, I'm not gonna throw that. I'm not gonna if it's still bad, I'm not gonna throw it in the dumpster. No, I'd give it to Goodwill. You just got skill issued. Maybe I guess. Oh, Ken 707, thanks for following. Ironically, 707 is is my phone area code. As well as area codes that we locked in 2006. 2006, 2007. Area code transfer legislation. When did that actually happen? 2003. I think it's up recently. It was like 2003 or so. Was actually when legislation came in that you can port your phone number between different services, and that's why everyone's phone, well, everyone who's older, his phone number is locked into your area code from when you were there. So, speaking about wall inserts, good transition. One thing I'm considering is getting a thick wallpaper. I'm like, I have these walls now. I own. So I might just want to get like a cool ass wallpaper. And let me be clear. Pay somebody to put it up. I am not detail oriented enough, skilled enough, or want to spend my time putting up wallpaper. So I was thinking So let's see, pen size. Let me circle wildly here. This wall here, and these two walls are, I'd say about 3 feet tall, like half walls. So I'm gonna probably ignore them. This wall though is primed for some cool ass wallpaper. So I might do some cool wallpaper on that wall. Alternatively is like the staircase wall here, or this staircase wall here. Or the problem is I have a lot of paintings and pictures, and I am acutely aware of this because I took them all down today, dusted them all, put them in boxes. The boxes became too heavy for me to lift, so I need to put them in other boxes. It's a problem. Wallpaper is hard to install for an individual. Not if I pay somebody. I'll hire somebody to install my wallpaper. Thank you very much. What kind of wallpaper? I have a couple bookmarked. Normally if I'm like drawing and streaming, I can't do this. I can't share because like getting images on my iPad is like a huge pain in the ass. See, this one's the wallpaper I was looking at. The problem is I started picking out cool looking wallpaper before all these links are dead. I don't know how big my walls are, so I don't know how expensive this is going to be. So here's one. We got wallpaper like, paste this in. So we got wallpaper like this. This is one option. Something like this line for one wall. 44 not found. And then I have a friend, when I told her I wanted wallpaper, she's French, and she's like, no, oui, baguette. You should get the fancy French wallpaper. And I'm pretty sure that's what she sounds like if she's on the stream. If she's listening at any point, which she is not going to be. If you're offended, well, too bad. Or like this one, which is super cool, but I'm not sure like stylistically, I have like the wall accent to do this sort of like, this type of wallpaper. Oh yeah, definitely. You clip it, you send it to her. My French accent is perfect. You just go, oui, baguette. And bam, you're French. I've been mistaken for French multiple times in my life. It happened 2 months ago. An old French lady in my building thought I was French based on how I look. I am not French in the slightest, but I take it as validation that my accent is fine. And then I lost the other two because like, why did this website, is this place to buy wallpaper shitty? Maybe it is. It is, okay. Well, I'm not gonna buy from there. So something like this style, it's like either like this painterly effect or like kind of more, I want like a dark color in the bedroom with some sort of like plant nature type scenes, either a little more abstract, flat looking, or like more paintbrush style. I don't know how much this costs, and I don't know how much it costs to install. That is a consideration. Like right now, my decor I have in my bedroom is kind of like all my themed things that go together are in my living room, and my bedroom is kind of like my hodgepodge. I chuck it all in together. So that is a consideration of like this wall here. This wall here would be like also candidate for wallpaper. I just bought some cool wallpaper. So we have this wall is one candidate for wallpaper, and then this wall is the other one. Honestly, these like little half pony walls could get wallpaper as well if I find something that's like fitting, kind of like lower key. That's like I will move and I will assess how things feel. I'll go to some stores and think about this and waffle on it for 6 months before deciding. But it may come down to like, I'm looking to eventually quit my job in like January, maybe, because they're doing a return to office and I don't want to go back into an office ever again. So I'm just going to quit. But I might hit a point where I'm like, I'm ready to quit my job, but I'm just like, if I work 2 more weeks, I can afford a cool ass wallpaper. And I work 2 weeks and I buy a cool ass wallpaper. Then I'm like, if I work 2 more weeks, I could buy a sick lamp. And I'm like, all right, here we go. But yeah, there's a concern like wallpaper, you can hang things. There's already like some wallpaper in the bathroom. Some other part of this, after touring a lot of condos and townhouses and everything, it was always like the slightly older units, or someone's lived in it for like 20 years. They had some like really cool dramatic wallpapers that like they just felt way better inside, instead of like all of our walls are sterile and white, which I'm less enthused for. Like I had this one that was like, it was a cool like gold metallic wallpaper in the kitchen, like in the dining room. That was super cool. It was a little beat up, and you couldn't really, you could hang things on it, I guess. But I'm just like, oh man, I can just get some cool wallpaper. Why not? Why not? The person I'm buying this from lived here for 20 years before they want to sell it. So that's, yeah, no, it's expensive. I mean, how big is this wall? Oh, I know. So this wall I'm thinking about is like 11 by, let's say 11 feet wide, let's say 8 feet tall. I mean, it's like 100 square feet. 100 square feet, $5 a square foot. That's $500 for the wallpaper. Assume equal cost to install, it's $1,000. Not nothing, but like cool wallpaper. I have to do a lot of streaming to pay for that. My current pay rate for streaming is, let me check my notes here, $0 an hour. Oh, $5 to install. No, I think the ones I'm looking at were more than $5. Yeah, the one I was looking at was definitely $13 a square foot. Not including install. A fancy lad. I want to be a fancy lad with a fancy wallpaper. Oh yeah, and like I'm in a high cost living area, so it's gonna be like it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. But that's why you get quotes. That's why you price it out once you move in, and you could be like, do I want a fancy wallpaper, or do I want a new VTuber model? And you're like, I want both. And you're like, I'll work my not shitty job. I'll work my sometimes stressful but often just kind of irritating job a couple more weeks. Or I'll make it big. I'll make it big on streaming. And I'll monetize. I'm not gonna monetize. I'm feeling pretty good at this layout. This layout feels pretty decent. Main features are movers will put my couch in place. They'll carry this stuff upstairs. Oh, it's two parts. There's two parts to it. One, someone is model art. Model art is what you see in front of you. They do model art and they cut it. So essentially it is a like 1,000, it's like 1,000 layers in Photoshop. I can show you. Do I have my model art? I have the openings, open it up. The scene's gonna be under streams, 1.0 model. Sanish. Do I not have the full? Let's see if this opens. Should open. See behind the reveal behind the camera. So you pay someone to draw it and then cut it into 1 billion layers. Don't update. No crash reports, please. Let's see if this loads. You can see it behind the curtains. I find how VTubers work and the whole thing very like super interesting. It requires so many like moving parts that it's amazing that anyone gets it ever to work. Are you still loading, my guy? My guy's still loading here. One of my PhD advisors, former students, left academia to work at Second Life. It's a fun fact there. I think Second Life is cringe. Cringe is dead. Oh, you know what's happening? Shit. Come on. Uh-oh. My whole computer froze. It's fine. Oh, buddy. Close program. I tried to open a like 50 megabyte Photoshop file from within an archive without unarchiving it first. As they say in the business. Oopsie poopsie. There we go. Try this again. So someone draws it. I've done graphic design, I've done 3D modeling before. Honestly, 3D models for VTubers are cheaper and a lot easier to make. Let's see if it actually loads. Okay, it's a 25 megabyte Photoshop file. There we go. Pull it over here. Oh no. Oh no. It's dying. It's dying. I'm not sure what is used, if it's like Blender, Maya, 3ds Max. Wait for the program to respond. Oh, it doesn't like this at all. So you draw the art out and you cut it into 1,000 layers. I was gonna try to show the layers, but it's like a Affinity designer is having a little tantrum right now. Dear Lord. What is happening? This shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh no, Task Manager's taking us. Task Manager's not opening up. I'm doomed. I think I have like 16 gigs of RAM. What is piddling 16 gigs? Anyway, I'll go back up here. Encoding overloaded. Oh. Let me close some things here. The stream's at risk. Okay, we're not. Close it. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're fine. You have 1,000 layers. So you take your model art, you cut it into little bits. And that's step one. So like all my hair strands are different layers. My eyes are like a bunch of layers. My mouth's a bunch of layers. I have like my hood and like my ears are different layers. And I have like the rest of my body I'm not going to show because you're not going to get free thigh and knee photos tonight. And those are all different image layers. My head is several layers. And then you take that and you put it in rigging software. And in rigging software, you're essentially saying like, deform these points in response to these facially tracked movements. So like when their eyes close, deform it this way to make the eyes look like they're closing. When the mouth's making these mouth shapes, deform it this way. When the head tilts left, go left, tilt right, turn right, etc., etc. You can put like toggles on and do all this stuff. So you have the artist and the rigger are two separate jobs usually. You could think of it kind of like I've done any sort of 3D modeling. You have the person who does the 3D modeling, be it, Blender, 3ds Max, Maya, ZBrush, CAD, I guess. Weirdly, I guess. And then the person who does the animation with the models is often a separate job. And so then at the end, you get a single file that you then put on your phone, you put on YouTube Studio, and you have your phone look at your face or webcam, and that does all the tracking, and the tracking connects to the model, and the model goes to YouTube Studio. And then you tell OBS, like, this is the import this data source from VTube Studio with a clear background, and you overlay that in OBS on top of other things. And there's all these moving parts, and you're just like, how does it work? I mean, I know how it works, and it's kind of cool how it all fits together. And I think that technical, like, bits and bobs aspect is super fascinating, and like how it, like, all the individual pieces, how to fit together to get it to work. And that's on top of like all the streaming stuff, like how to get chat to show up on your screen, how to get like follow alerts to show up on the screen, automated pings to Discord servers. You have all these different like automations and stuff you can add together. And it's like, I like it because there's so many different facets you can like get into and like learn about and like improve, or you don't and you just stream Factorio or RimWorld or design your apartment layout on stream. This isn't saved. No. New condo layout. You guys can't see this window, thank God. Save. Didn't save it. Embarrassing. And so for Spanish, started off with a The correct pipeline, which I didn't quite do, is you start with a model reference. And then from the model reference, you left it. Thanks for joining, Jared. Good luck. Or have a good Friday. Good Friday, good weekend, all of that. And so right now I'm in the process of starting my 2.0 model. So my next model, which is probably like 6 to 8 months out based on where I am. I have the design I want. I think I've shown the design before. The design's not secret. Some people like want to keep everything like a secret and a surprise and be like, haha, here's my like 2.0 model review debut. I'm just like, I am in my late 30s. I'm not up for that energy. That's too much. I've shared some Blue Sky. I'll share it here because I like it a lot. This is my next model. Pop up. A lot of back on that model. This is the next model I'll be have. Oh, it's outside the artboard. The next Sanish model. So I need to find. So this is done by a outfit artist who made a new outfit, and then my next step is I need to find someone to make the actual VTuber art, and then after that, or in conjunction with that, find someone to do all the rigging. And when I realize what I want is I want a more detailed rigging for more wider movements. Like my head can only move like so much up and down, like left and right, up and down. So more movement for my head and more expressive facial tracking. There's a more advanced facial tracking software called VBridger. I think because once I heard someone refer to moving around on screen and talking and things as puppeteering, like you are puppeting your model, I somehow am like, I'm on board. I'm a puppeteer. Take that, puppet fans in the audience. I know there's at least one of you out there, perhaps two. So I need to get this set up as a model. And so this is going to be like again, 6 to 8 month process. And cost wise, I'm still working out. I keep finding like artists I really like, oh, this artist is so cool and the rigging is so great and it's $5,000. I'm just like, oh, that might be too expensive. It might be a bit too expensive. This is a hobby. And they're like, the people like, oh wow, their client list includes the biggest, most popular VTubers in the industry. I'm like, I don't rarely have 50,000 viewers. I don't have 4 billion subscribers. I probably don't need that expensive as a model from the same artist as like Iron Mouse. Probably not. Probably not. I'm like, oh, they also did Henya or Doki Bird or Nimby Nightmare. I'm just like, oh boy, that might be a step too far budget-wise and what I need. But then I'm like, on the other hand, if I work my job for a couple more weeks, I can afford it. Now that I'm past the like, honestly, yes. It's no different than anyone who like overbuys for where their skill level is, which is something I am aware I am prone to as I look at like buying camera gear. That's another thing you can get down there. Or like you buy a super fast sports car and you just like commute you go to the grocery store back. Or people buy giant trucks and never actually use the truck component. Or like any like kitchen equipment or anything like that. So it's the same thing. If you spend way too much more than you actually need or you can actually like make use of or tell the difference for, it's like buying a $50 bottle of wine when you can't taste the difference beyond $20. However, the models look so cool. They're just so expensive. So I'm looking for an artist. Long story short, I'm looking for an artist. I'll probably spend $1,000, maybe $2,000. It brings me joy. That's what matters, isn't it? $2,000 for some joy in your life. Plus, I'm paying it to artists, right? This is money going to artists and riggers and creative professionals. Perfect. That's what I want to spend money on. I don't want to spend my money on like taxes, on like doctor visits, For my knee injury, I need to go see a doctor for the last 6 months. On like rent, HOA dues. Yeah, I mean, I've had current Sanish model for a year now. No way, for a year now? 1.0 model. Hold up. August 2024 is when I got this current model. Oh, wow. It's almost been a year. So it's been 11 months. So I can spend a couple $1,000s. Honestly, the part that's blocking me right now isn't the cost. Well, okay, a little bit of cost. Some of it's cost. Some of it's just finding the artists who style I like. Several times, except for this week, because I'm super stressed out. I'm so stressed out and anxious that I'm just like, ha ha, 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 ha. And my problem is when I get stressed out and anxious, I stop eating food. I stop eating, which isn't good. I don't have much spare going on. Like, I'll be realistic, like, this isn't that far from my body type. Just imagine this, but after suffering twink death. So not eating food is not great. And then I feel bad and I get like headaches and migraines and things. So I'm not eating food and I'm stressed, which then makes me want to eat less food, which is like a vicious downward cycle. And so I have to like break the cycle and force myself to eat food. It's not great. It's not great. But 2 big stressors are done. 1 left, the move. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about, I went to the Ado concert. Oh my God. I listen to her all the time. I listen to her streams. I've been to the concert now. And I still, my brain is like, whenever I say Ado, I'm like, oh, sure it's not Ado? And I'm just like, oh shit. I don't know anymore. I've like gaslit myself either way. But that was a stressor. Going to a concert, I've never been to like a concert before. Like an actual like big venue dome sort of concert. I've been to like some smaller venues every now and then, like at a symphony, but never like an actual concert. So it was like a new experience. And new experiences that are social anyway, give me some stress and anxiety. A little bit. So having that on the same day, I was like closing on a condo and getting the keys and like having all the money go through. It's just like, this is a stressful day. It was not packed. It was probably about 2/3 full, which was kind of surprising. Almost all of her other venues, she has like 16 shows in the US, all but like 3 were sold out. It was like, this is Tacoma Dome. I'm just gonna be like, let's be honest. Like, if people don't realize I'm in the Pacific Northwest at this point, like, I'm not what I can do for you. Is that Tacoma Dome? Is that 2/3 full? The only other ones that weren't sold out were like Arizona and Pennsylvania or something. All the other venues were like super sold out. But it was full, but like I wasn't on the floor, so I had a seat because I'm old. The concert itself was great. I really enjoyed it. Tacoma Dome as a venue sucks. Nothing about it. It's just the venue's not good. I'm sorry, Tacoma. You've got an aroma and a bad music venue. Maybe you should have let Andy Warhol paint it. Then maybe it would be better. No. Like, we don't want this cool ass Andy Warhol design. We're not going to paint it. We're going to leave it gray and boring. Tacoma. Let me bring this up. This is what Tacoma Dome should have looked like. This is what Andy Warhol's design had for it. It's supposed to be a giant flower, not a big gray boob. But for some reason, it didn't go through. It got stopped. They couldn't afford it. But like, doesn't this look way cooler? A giant yellow and orange flower on your Tacoma Dome by Andy Warhol? No. You're like, let's have it be gray. Yeah, everyone loves gray. And then here we go. From the air, it would have looked like this. See, wouldn't that have been cool? Actually robbed. I know. When I learned this about like, and you could have had it here, and you can put it here, and you can be like looking down at the Jewelry Museum, like nice glass sculptures, idiot. Look at this cool ass flower. No, sadly no. Instead, it's gray and boring, and they were persnickety and didn't let me cut through to the entryway and had to walk all the way around because they're just jerks about it. And they closed one of the freeway off-ramps to get there. Come on, man. You have 2 off-ramps to get to the Tacoma Dome. The off-ramp itself says Tacoma Dome, and you're just like, oh, it's closed, guys. You have to go through the city to circle around. I'm sorry, Tacoma. I'm not that sorry. Actually, I take it back. I'm not sorry at all. Sorry, one bit. Fun Spanish deep lore fact. My ex used to work at UW Tacoma. Likely. It's messed up. Messed up that you did that. Because the first ramp was super backed up, and I was looking at Google Maps, and Google's like, you just go to this other exit. I'm like, look at these nerds lining up at this first exit. This second exit's clear and open. And then we get there, and we're just like, yeah, man, we outsmarted everybody. And it's like, ramp's closed. We didn't tell you anywhere. Google doesn't even know. The show was good, though. Got to see Ada. Oh, her silhouette. Ada was doesn't actually show her face anywhere. Which, as a VTuber, I deeply respect. I'm glad I saw it. Due to the way it's set up, didn't have an opportunity to buy merch. Probably for the best. I would have spent probably $300, and I didn't spend $300. That was good. First concert. I have 3 more concerts this year. I'm honestly still on the fence whether or not I like concerts, which is a weird thing to say, but I never went to them when I was younger or growing up or in like my 20s. So I have 3 more to go to. I have a Stardew Valley Symphony. I have Laufey, and then I have Weird Al. And then at the end of this year, I will look at myself and I'm like, I'll say, Sanish, do you enjoy live music? And I'll hopefully have an answer. Because right now, I am not certain I enjoy live music. Odd thing to think. A lot of people seem to love it. I hope Weird Al's going to be a blast. It should be. Sounds like it's a great performance. He picked weird ass venues. Oh, I think he picked for this tour. All the Weird Al venues chosen were to avoid Ticketmaster. So they're all like, come to this college lawn, or like, ironically, one of them is in the town I grew up in, right next to my high school. Is where one of them's happening. At the Green Music Festival in, is it technically Burn? What city is this? Is it in county? Green Music Festival. We're in Spanish doxes himself for Sonoma County. Green Music. Oh, it's in Roanoke Park. It's like weirdly in a place I've been. And next to my high school, old high school. Oh yeah, that's my old high school. Place I've not been in 20 years. 20? Oh God, 20 years? Oh wow. I graduated high school 20 years ago. I took some psychic damage on that one. God, could you imagine going to like a 20-year high school reunion? I can't. I haven't talked to anyone from high school since high school. Like I graduated high school, I was like, bye-bye everybody. And I bounced out of there to college and I never looked back. I went back for the summer, but I never saw anyone from high school. It's fine. All right. I think looking at this, I'm feeling pretty good about this layout. I'm feeling pretty good about where we landed on all of this. You know what? Let's put this like, what if we put it like, crazy. Let's put it there. No, that's a dumb idea. Oh, you know we can. No, that's a dumb idea. Put that there. Okay. Perfect. Great. This is how I'll have the movers arrange my furniture on Tuesday. I'm just going to wrap up this chatting stream. I hopefully, if everything goes well, I'll be back to normal streaming on Thursday. I should be moving to my new place. I should have internet. Acoustics are gonna be weird. Maybe we'll see how the acoustics turn out. And Thursday onward, I'll be back in Factorio. And I thought the new RimWorld expansion came out in a couple weeks. It came out today. But I'm going to hold off on it until after Factorio and stream RimWorld next, once Factorio is done. All that said, I might stream this weekend ad hoc because I have started packing way too early. And I think I'll hit a point like tomorrow where I'm like, I have nothing left to pack, or like all I have packed is like the last day of like the things I use on a day-to-day basis. And so I'll be like, I'm just in my empty sad apartment. So I might just stream if that happens. Right. I mean, I could leave my apartment, I guess, but let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. So thank you everybody for joining me on this Friday as I tootle around with how to lay out my apartment. And if I don't like how it turns out, I will casually invite people over and then coincidentally ask them to help me move things. They'll never see it coming. Unless they watch this VOD, then they'll see it coming. They'll think, oh, surely not I. He would ask me over. Let's have a housewarming, everybody. Housewarming and couch moving. Well, so again, thank you for joining. Thank you, Ken707. Was it Ken707? Ken707 for following on Twitch. Jared for joining. Everyone else for chatting. I will hopefully stream soon. I'm just gonna get through 3-4 more days of being anxious and stressed and worried until it's a bocce-sized puddle of goo on the ground. But I'll make it through. Probably. So with that, I'm gonna wish everyone a great rest of their Friday. I didn't realize you could see my mouse moving. Great rest of Friday. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch everybody next time I stream. Bye-bye, everybody.